Warning, parental advisory is in effect. So yeah, folks, here we
Probably
are
captive somewhere in
with
this
the
building.
Watchmen, The End is Nigh Part 2.
I don't even know her.
And while I gave a general
Get it?
like of the Watchmen, The End is Nigh,
Next spots on your mask are gonna be bloodstains.
I honestly can't do that for this game. I feel like it's the same game with some changes to it, more or less, new stages. They've really done nothing, I feel, to improve the game. The graphics are pretty much exactly identical. The cutscenes actually feel kind of worse than they did before. A lot of it, honestly, to this
Door
one
just needs good push.
feels rushed. Compared to the first one, like, we basically is like, oh yeah, okay, small studio, never done anything cool, typical beat 'em up game. And I don't know why, but this one feels even more repetitive. You know what? I can't play this game anymore. I'm just gonna go to the end screen. I'll just go to the end screen right now in the video because, yeah, this game is a fucking boatload of ass fuckery. It's just, The End is Nigh Part 2 compared to Part 1 is disappointing. I'll put it at that. I'm not even going to get into the fucking S&M stage. Yes, there's an S&M stage. It feels like they made the stages longer. And the stages, because there's no scenery change or anything like that, it feels a lot more repetitive. The graphics are not improved, as I said, at all. The fighting feels exactly identical. They've added nothing. I mean, they didn't take away anything, but they added nothing. So, as a game that feels like it should have been a sequel to the first part, which I felt like there was a lot that could be forgiven with the first part, there was really no improvements to the second part. And honestly, the second part feels like a lot of copy and paste. Make a couple changes here, make a couple changes there, and that'll be good enough to make the game feel like it's different. It feels like a fucking pile of ass fuckery. I mean, it is a shit ton of ass fuckery. Honestly, I got halfway through the game and got to the point where, okay, this version, The End is Nigh Part 2, is repetitive as fuck. It's not like the first. I don't know what it is. There's something about the first one that didn't translate to the second one. It doesn't feel like an improvement. For some odd reason, it actually felt bad playing the second part. The stages, as I said, felt longer, which made them feel more repetitive. I don't know how far I got through the third chapter, which there's only 3 chapters, and I pretty well said, okay, that's it. I can't play this game anymore. And at that point, I had been playing for 2 hours. So the first game had 6 chapters. The second game has 3 chapters, but the second game feels longer. It feels more drawn out. And I actually did not get to the end of the game. I just quit. I couldn't drag myself to get any further through the game, even though I tried. So there you go, folks. Gave you a little gameplay. The sounds are exactly the same. The fighting's exactly the same. The graphics are exactly the same. The story's a bit different because the scope of the objective is different. And this is supposed to be right before. No, this isn't right before the movie. This is right before the Keene Act, where they stopped the costume vigilante stuff. While I could say the Watchmen, The End is Nigh, Part 1 was worth it. This is part of the $10 bundle. You get both games for $10. Part 1 I felt was worth $10. Part 2 is not worth ass wiping paper. My advice, get Part 1 off of Steam, download it to your computer, and forget that Part 2 even exists. play part 1, enjoy part 1, have fun with part 1, and fuck off part 2. Anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed the video here. It was a bit of a rant, but God, this game was, I don't know, this one was just so bad. It felt bad, and I think the reason it felt bad is because there was no serious changes to it to make it interesting. Anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll see you all for the next one.